Hello and welcome to our registration tips and tricks presentation presented by SUNY Oswego's Advisement Center. You can reach us at our email at advisement@oswego.edu or at our office at MCC 151. The purpose of this presentation is to help prepare students for registration by providing helpful tips and tricks to ensure they register successfully. While this is a useful resource, it is meant to be used with other resources and not solely on its own. So you should still meet with your advisor and attend a registration workshop to make sure you're on track to register successfully. In order to check your registration status, you are going to log into My Oswego and press the Registration tab. From here, you're going to make sure you have the right term selected and then click this link to check your registration status. Here you will see your date and time as well as some other information such as your advisor. Once again on My Oswego and on the registration tab, you are going to click this link, View Holds. On this page, you will see if you have any holds that are preventing you from registering. If you do have a hold, you should be able to see which office has placed this hold on your account and what phone number and or email you should use to get in contact with this office to release your hold. Knowing how to utilize DegreeWorks can be vital in your success in registering for classes. So first off, you're going to want to go in order. Start with those 100 level classes and go from there. The 300 and 400 level classes are meant for upperclassmen and not underclassmen. Find a good balance. Choose some of your general education classes, some of your major, and some of your minor classes if applicable. This gives you a good balance of classes for each semester. Seek out help. If you are unsure of how to read your DegreeWorks or just want a little advice, head down to the Advisement Center and meet with any of our advisement guides. This is an example of what you should see when you log on to your DegreeWorks. Obviously, as this is a test, this is not what your DegreeWorks will exactly look like, as some of your information will be different, but this is just an example we'd like to show you. There are many useful tools on DegreeWorks, such as a GPA calculator, and it also shows you your GPA and your degree progress. When you are actually starting your search for classes, you are going to go back to your My Oswego, right back on this registration tab, and press this link, Registration and Planning. From here, you're going to find Browse Classes, and then you're going to select the proper term. For this example, we will use the summer of 2024. It is very important to make sure you have the correct term selected. Here, you're going to see a lot of search criteria. First, we're going to start with this attribute section. If you are looking for something such as a Gen Ed, all you have to type in is G and E. You will see all the general education subjects. And for this example, we will say we are looking for our Gen Ed in American history. You press that and press search. Then you will see all of the available classes for that specific semester that will satisfy that specific general education requirement. It's also important to look at this, page 1 out of 1. For this example, we only have one page of classes, but there are many examples where you will have multiple pages of classes to look through. You press search again, and you can go right back to your normal search criteria. Next, we are going to look at the subject. It is very important to know the acronym for what specific subject you are looking for because it makes searching much easier and faster. For example, if I am looking for philosophy, all I have to type in is P, H, and L, and philosophy pops right up, making my search 10 times faster. It is also important to look at this advanced search option. This gives you many more criteria to fit. For example, if I am looking for a class on Tuesday and Thursday, because my Monday, Wednesday, Fridays are filled, all I have to do is press Tuesday, Thursday, and press search. And I will be given all the classes that are available on those specific days. It is also important once you find a class you think you like to look at 3 different things. The restrictions. These are all restrictions for this class, so you have to make sure you fit these restrictions. Co-requisites, these are classes that you have to take alongside one another. And prerequisites, these are any classes that you would have had to take before taking this class. There are some restrictions such as professor or advisor signature required. In this situation, you would find that specific professor and/or advisor and ask them for their signature. When it's time to actually register, you're going to go back to this page and click Register for Classes right here.
There may be times after registration where you need to add and or drop a class. In other words, swapping out one course for another. If this occurs, be sure to click the conditional add drop button right next to the submit option. This feature prevents you from being dropped from the class if you aren't able to add the class you intended to join. Some additional information to keep in mind when searching for classes and planning your schedule is your credit hours. 12 credit hours are required to be considered for financial aid. Advisors will recommend that when making your schedules that you aim for 15 credit hours. 15 credit hours is recommended because if you decide to drop a class, it won't drop you below the financial aid requirement. Whereas, if you only have 12 credit hours and you want to drop a class, you would be disqualified for financial aid. Additionally, do not wait last minute to schedule with your advisor as they are very busy during registration time and do not always have time for walk-in appointments. Be sure to have 3 plans prior to meeting with your advisor. We will expand on this in our next slide. If you need assistance with scheduling an appointment with your advisor, be sure to stop in the advisement office, where an advisement guide will be able to assist you. In previous slides, we have shown you how to register for classes. Prior to taking this step, you may want to consider making a plan. You can make up to 3 plans, and this is recommended and in some cases required before meeting with your advisor. Making a plan is beneficial as it gives you backup options in case you can't get into a class or classes. To access this feature, you simply go to the Registration tab, down to Registration and Planning. This should look familiar as we have viewed it in previous slides, but rather than going to Register for Classes, you'll go to Plan Ahead. You will select your term and hit Continue. Once here, you can search for your classes and add them to your plan. Once you are finished, you can hit Save Plan on the bottom right-hand corner. You are able to name your plans as well. This is beneficial when meeting with your advisor because you can mark your preferred plan. Thank you for watching our video on registration tips and tricks. Be sure to schedule a meeting with your advisor and attend the registration workshops offered every semester. While this video is full of helpful tips, it does not replace the workshop themselves. Good luck!